What is going on, my good people? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Say That Podcast. And y'all know the drill. Don't say this, say that. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who tuned in my last episode with my guy Jake is Next. It was a really, really awesome episode. There was a lot of real shit that was said in there. If you haven't already seen it or heard it, please go to my YouTube channel or Apple or Spotify. It's all up there as well. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. My personal is REPETE617. And the podcast page is say_that_pod. I know there's a lot of underscores in that. I've been trying to get it changed for like 2 years now. I don't know. Instagram's not helping me. So I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. But anyways, today, ladies and gentlemen, today's guest, he is making his appearance on Say That for the first time in 4 years. Think about it, 4 years. We didn't even know AOA Studios didn't even exist the last time this guy was on the show. I wasn't even on that episode. I just actually watched it back. I think I was on vacation or something. I wasn't there, but it's going to be hard-pressed to not know who this gentleman is, but I'm just going to give it up to him anyways. Let's give a big round of applause for Sam Buck. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on, man? Thank you so much. That was a great intro. I don't know how you did that all without fucking up.
I got good at it because I fucked up. That's like,
hey guys, he actually did that 6 times before the podcast.
I was 5 feet away from the mirror.
Shit.
I'm like,
Apple and Spotify.
Yeah,
shit,
Apple and Spotify. It's on Spotify and Apple. Apple's the more popular one. It's not Spotify. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not anywhere else. But yeah, no, I try to at least have like a good intro to set the vibe going and shit like that. Yeah. So I appreciate it.
Oh, I be filming videos and I'll say this thing like 30 times in a row and I'll watch it back and I'm like, I am a crazy person.
No, I see. That's why it's like, I listen to the episode to try to pull clips, but like, I don't really like listening to myself because I know what I said. It's like fucking Johnny Depp had a thing, whatever your opinions are of him, but he had a thing. He's like, I don't watch my movies because I know what happens. So it's like, why would I need to watch my movie? Like,
Yeah, I fucking stopped podcasting because of that. Cause right. I started streaming because it was like more in the moment. Yeah. It was more like there was literally like I stream every day basically. Right. It's like there's no post-production at all, and that's my favorite thing in the whole world. But I'm gonna go back to podcasting. No, actually, I'm starting. Like I said,
like that's one thing is cool about you is like since the time you've been on the show, you've kind of built this bucked up universe, right? We'll call it that, right? I know you've called that with a couple of albums, but I really like that because whether it's you're on albums themselves, especially with 1,000 words, you're having other podcasts on your own YouTube. I just seen that recently too as well, or
first episode dropping tonight.
Oh,
actually,
really? There you go. Perfect timing.
Therapy. Go
even
check
have your
that
own
out.
weed brand, like your own brand of weed. Like, come on, there's not a lot of people that can do that.
I was smoking it in the car. I should have brought it in to hold it up.
Exactly the point, right? You're people's favorite rapper's favorite podcaster, right? So I gotta know like how you just built that along the way over these years, and how you've kind of sidestepped a lot of egos and just. You're a very like outgoing person, and the people that like do that really aren't that. They're very like closed in or condensed. But you're very easy to talk to. You're a great person, so it's just like it's such a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean?
Man, that means a lot. That really does mean a lot. I moved 2 years ago to where I stream, and I moved to the top of a mountain in the middle of nowhere. Literally, I live on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. Like, if you came to where I live, where I stream, you'd be like, bro, there's bears and shit in my yard and shit. So it's kind.
Are you in Massachusetts still?
Yeah, but I'm out in the boonies of Massachusetts. Yeah, so I feel like I'm a secluded person. So to hear you say that means a lot. I don't know. I was one of those people, I think anyone who's a fan of music is like as a kid is like a super nerd. Yeah. And I was a super music nerd. I was the kid who was annoying to go try to meet the rapper, like do anything to try to go sneak backstage, anything, you know what I mean? And I was doing that, and I feel like I was able to refine that into a job. I was able to refine just being like a rap nerd into a job in all aspects of it. And that's kind of like how I created the Bucked Up universe in that way, is like whatever's real, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
so now I gotta know what your thoughts on are like, all these like OG rap heads saying like, oh, nerds are ruining hip hop and this, that, and the other thing. So like, where does like the definition of like the Sam Buck nerd and like the other hip hop nerd?
I feel like I am the nerd they're talking about, but I'm the one that gets away because like Benny's the one who famously said that. He went viral for saying like nerds are running hip hop, and then that same week he's putting his chain on my mom, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like I agree, but like I am a nerd, but it's like I feel like I slipped through the cracks, and I get a lot of hate online. So like maybe I didn't slip through the cracks.
No.
I get a lot like you are the fucking nerd that he's talking about.
I remember. What was it? It was like the first picture of you and Benny with the pillow, and someone quoted that tweet and posted that picture.
Oh, it went viral with bunch of different things.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, you gotta know Sam Buck to know that. But like, come on.
No, but that people know me just for the pillow. Like, I go to a lot of these events, and I've done the podcast. I do the show with my grandmother. I stream. I do the list. I do a lot of things, but the amount of people who are like, pillow guy. They're like, you're the pillow guy. And I'm like, oh my God. Because that was a joke. But yeah, people are like, pillow guy. And that's...
Do you have a favorite pillow?
The pillow of Benny holding the pillow looking angry is a great one. That's the one that went viral because that was very recently after Benny had dealt with whatever he had dealt with down in Texas getting shot. Right. So he was in a lot of pain, and he had just done this long meet and greet. And so he's holding the pillow, and he's in pain standing up, so he has the grimace on his face. And then when I posted it, people are like, Benny's mad at this kid for giving him the pillow. So that's my favorite one.
That's solid. No, I love that. Well, what's also cool about you is how, you've said a bunch of times, you grew up, listening to Griselda. There's a lot of like, heavy Griselda influences in your life, even before you started podcasting, meeting all of them. And, you have interviewed both, Conway and Westside. You met Benny a lot. Like I said, you had him backstage with your mom, put her on his own chain, right? Even interviewed Danny Brown and guys like Token. There's just a long repertoire of these amazing, both signed and underground artists that you have interviewed. So I got to know, as you kind of just like, you ever like just sit and take it all in, like how far you've come from the time you started to like now.
Yeah, I think about that all the time, how happy I would be. Recently I had some shit go down with someone who was a big idol of mine that like hurt my feelings, but I'm like good about it. So I was kind of like, for that moment, I was like, getting kind of like pissy, you know what I mean? Like in my head. And then I was like, hell nah, bro. I'm lucky as hell. Like, I like 4 years ago when I wished, it's funny you weren't on that episode and I couldn't believe it was 4 years ago. But even like 4 years ago to now, that shit's crazy. Right. You know what I mean?
Because that's kind of like, not to use that as the barometer point or like the measuring point, but just like since you've been on the pod last and just everything you've done since then.
I did all these crazy things with these big rappers that like, I couldn't believe that they gave me those opportunities. You know what I mean? A lot of rappers who are huge now, I got to interview right before they blew up in the underground and everything. And then it was like the shit that you don't know is the shit that like gets you the most followers, the most like the pillow, the videos with my nana, you know what I mean? Shit like that, where it's like just shit with my family was the stuff that got me. I don't know. It's this weird thing. I don't know.
No, because it's definitely like, you said, I mean, if you've seen the videos, I like to think your Nana's more famous than a lot of rappers out here. You know what I mean? But I think it's cool because like, like you said, you posted with your mom backstage, being Danny Brown and Benny, and, your Nana's gone super viral for singing Big Pun, like, and, I'm sure you put your dad into a lot of stuff, like, were they like really hesitant at first about like the whole like, because if I showed my mom Griselda right now, she's gonna be like, "What is this?"
Oh my
right?
God, know what I mean? Bro! My parents and my nana, they were like, "What the fuck is Sam doing with his life?" Because when I started the podcast, I made it a point to not care and to like push it as far as I could. Absolutely. I feel like I've like toned down. If you go back and watch some early episodes, I feel like I was crazy and I got in trouble. Like my parents would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like people that we work with can watch this and you're fucking doing drugs and only psychedelics, but like tripping balls and not like being like just drooling on myself, tripping, like just being dumb, you know what I mean? And saying wild shit. Like, I think they were like, what the fuck? But now that's why I liked bringing them and making them a part of it. Cause now it's like, you know, it's like they kind of knew, but they also, I'm not in their head. They probably were like, Sam's a crazy person. He fucking isn't going to, how is this going to become a job? You know what I mean?
Right.
How is this going to pay his bills? Like, how is it, you know what I mean? Like, what? He's fucking getting high on YouTube, like.
But that it sells, like, you know what I mean. That's what people want to see, and I'm gonna be honest, as someone who does, I do the chocolate shrooms, but they're fucking awesome.
Oh, 100%.
I love them.
Well, they're like legalized in a lot of places in Mass, but they were the ones who got me as a super fan of rap. Both my mom and my dad loved rap, so it was like they were mad, but now they can't be mad. Like now, like I brought my mom to meet Chance the Rapper. You know what I mean? Like I brought my dad, got him. Like my dad loves this band Future Islands, and I was able to interview the singer. And they opened up for Weezer, so like they got us tickets to see Weezer with my dad. My dad just brought my dad to Danny Brown. So it's like now they're like, I'm bringing them to cool events. Like, they did. My dad played music. My mom loves rap. They weren't bringing me backstage to shows. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm bringing you guys backstage to shows. You can't be mad at like.
That's the bigger flex, honest to God. Like, if my kid brought me backstage, I'd be like, you know what? You do whatever the fuck you want.
That's
I don't give a
and
shit.
like, I'm not like, and paying my bills. I'm not like mooching. It's like, now it works out, but they were probably like, what the hell is Sam doing?
I mean,
he has 500 followers on Instagram right now. Like,
but I could see it being like a big hurdle, but like, I always come back to like, all right, they get it. You know what I mean? It's like they just.
Nana hated my shit for hella long, and then I had to like start helping her with shit because she was getting older.
Yeah.
And she started asking me about rappers, and then she'd be like, "So how's Conway doing today?" Literally a text she sent me the other month when I was with Benny the other day. She was like, "It's Benny's wife's birthday. Make sure to tell him I say happy birthday." Like she started getting into it, and then she was like, "Maybe I could do a podcast." And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be a good idea for Nana and me to do a podcast.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can she do? We'll start doing videos and stuff. We started doing videos, and I had her like listening to rappers. I had her like reacting to music, and that was fine. And then I had her reading lyrics, and then she blew up.
Yeah,
and she has like a burner Instagram account. Like she reads every comment. She has the numbers written down. She'll be like, "Sam, why is this video not doing more viral than this video?" She'll be like, "Give me the song 5 days in advance." She's like, "Don't tell me what to do."
So she's into it. Like,
it's her. I mean, it's I film it, but it's like she's more into it. I don't want to be like she's more into it than me, but it's like I don't ask to do one until she asks me to do one. She'll be like, "It's been a minute since we've done one," because I didn't want it to be like, "Hey, like Nana, we're doing a video every day.
Get on camera right now. Start reading these lyrics."
Exactly. I'm not trying to do that shit to her. And also, it's like I wanted to make her feel comfortable doing it, and it's like now she's loves it kinda. Whenever I post some inappropriate shit though, she'll call me or text me and she'll be like, "Why would you put that up right next to my face?" Like someone was talking shit about me online, and I did this video where I was like, "Why are you talking shit where I can click on your page and see how fat your baby mama is?" And if you see that, it's taken down from my page now because I was Nana's face, and then it was fat, making fun of fat, and she was like, "What would the fat baby mama think?" if she saw that video, I was like, oh my God.
That's just real life funny. Like, you can't fake that shit.
So it's
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like, I'm doing videos with my grandma. If she's upset about a video, it's like, all right, I'm going to take that shit down.
You had it on a shirt too with that Kip the Fog.
With the face tattoo.
You know what's funny? I didn't tell you this. I forget where I was. I was out in Boston somewhere at a local concert. I seen someone wear that shirt.
That's amazing.
And I was like, I know what that is.
That's amazing. I think she kind of loves and hates. She has a love-hate relationship that people have her face on their bodies with face tattoos, because she's like, she came from like, grew up in the Depression. Yeah. And grew up with like kind of poor and grew up poor in the Depression and worked her way up to like being like, I don't want to dox her, but she had like a high, like she was a planner for events for a big hospital. Yeah. So she worked this way up. And she always wanted to be an actress when she was a little girl, but you can't, that in the fucking those era, you can't really do that, you know what I mean? So part of her is like, at 87 years old, she's like famous now. Like, and I think part of her is like, I'm a proper old woman. Like, I did everything right. Like, I'm 87. I lived a proper life. And my hooligan, derelict grandson is going to come in and have me say heinous drug fucking.
Why not? Like, you know what I mean?
And now she's famous where like her friends will hit her up being like, our grandchildren are sending us this video. And so I think in her mind she's like, what the fuck did I do? But also part of her does love it, because she'll be like, this video hit 3.4 million views. This video hit 133,000.
She's into the numbers, you know what I mean? The analytics, we'll call them.
She loves the numbers, and she loves the comments. She'll be like, did you see these mean comments? I'm like, no, I get the most horrific comments about me I get anti-Semitic comments all days, and I'm not even Jewish. The amount of horrific anti-Semitism I get in my comments, and I'm not even Jewish. I'm like, she reads every comment. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah,
like,
no, you can't dig it. I've learned you just can't dig too deep into what the fuck people are saying about you, because it's just gonna ruin your fucking day.
When the numbers hit a certain level, like I've been averaging, I think, like 6 to 8 million views a month on average, and it's like when they hit those numbers, there's gonna be people who
statistically they're just this.
Hey, and I'm a comedian, so I do things for jokes, and people take that shit seriously. Juvenile. I know Juvenile rap's horny. Yeah. I did a reaction about Juvenile rapping, and I'm like, he's 50. Does he need to be this horny? Because he's like rapping about like, I'll hit you with that crowbar. He's saying crazy shit.
Yeah, he's getting crazy.
And that shit went viral, and people are like, This dude's never had sex in his life. This dude has erectile dysfunction. This dude has, bro, 400 erectile dysfunction comments. Fucking, bro, people were going. I'm like, you don't get that this is a joke,
right? No,
like,
it says comedian in your bio. I mean, unless you don't read.
These comments are crazy. Yeah,
I know you had said that one of your idols made you disappointed. Was it Benzino?
Oh, yeah, Benzino. Well, you know what's
was
so
crazy.
funny? Because my dad used to buy me the Source magazine when I was a kid. Like, for Christmas, he'd put the Source magazine because I loved rap, you know what I mean? But I'll wipe my ass if I see a Source magazine.
I didn't even know they're in production.
Hey, send me your Source magazine. I need toilet paper. Like, I think it's more funny because he's a known troll. Yeah. So if someone's gonna troll me like that, I'm not gonna get out trolled because I'm like,
we grew up on the internet. We know how to troll.
Exactly. So like, as soon as he said, "What the fuck is this guy?" I just knew I could go for his neck, literally. Yeah. Like I knew I could. Yeah. And he got so mad, and he ended up taking all his posts down because I knew people who talk to him about it because he didn't know who I was. You know what I mean? Like people don't know. Like he didn't know. That's cool. I just thought it was funny because I think if you're gonna make fun of me, I'm gonna make fun of you. You know what I mean? But like, I thought it was funny. He ended up taking all his shit down, and then he has this one big page named Couch Walker who was trolling me heavy.
Oh, I've heard
posting
of him,
all the videos, all the videos trolling me, a bunch of shit about it.
Yeah.
And then I called some people up who knew him, and they were like, he got hit by 2 cars separately, and he's paralyzed now.
Is he? No shit,
So I'm
really?
like, why are you gonna troll? I don't even have to troll him. He was hit by 2 different cars and is paralyzed. I could walk up a flight of stairs and get away from him. I don't know why. So I just think
that's crazy because legit today I just seen that dude he ran at some dude with a knife. So I guess he's not paralyzed. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe mentally he is. He kind of got maybe some screws loose in his head,
Wait, the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah, Couch Walker. Yeah, I'll show you right after this. I'll show you after this episode. So he ran up on somebody with a knife, and then he got smacked, and then he goes to stab someone, and the dude runs away because he has a fucking knife. He's not trying to get cut.
Yeah.
And then Couch Walker then proceeds to slash his tires on camera.
Oh,
and
my God.
try to break his driver's seat window. I'm like,
he's about to get hit by a 3rd car.
No, that's what I mean. Maybe that's why he hates cars.
Maybe that's the origin story. Yeah, exactly.
He's like, he has an enemy towards cars, but that's crazy. I'll definitely show you that. But I gotta know something too, because you do a lot of reaction videos. That's a good source of income for yourself. Obviously, you got to utilize your IG. But has there ever been a time where you're like, all right, yeah, we'll do a reaction video, and the song sucks, and you just have to kind of fight through it?
Yeah, I mean, I started doing I do reaction videos off of love because it's the easiest way to put people on to music. That's why, I started doing reaction videos, is because it's like, I'm doing my live stream, I'm listening to the music, and the live stream, maybe someone's not going to watch 4.5 hours into my live stream, so I'm going to put the song out with the music video, and that shit started going up. The reactions those were some of my best viewed videos ever, were the reactions, because it was an easy way to just put people on. It's like, when you watch TikTok and it's like the GTA cars driving and the video, something about the fucking human brain with social media is if there's 2 videos playing, they're gonna watch it more.
Yeah.
So when my reaction, there's a lot of reactions where I don't even say anything, just because I know they're gonna watch me, they're gonna watch the video, they're gonna look back at me, and then the song's gonna hit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And for people, if a song sucks, that's not for me to judge. That's not for me to judge. Right. If I'm hating on a song, I'm not going to hate on it. I'm going to love it because it's funny. I'm going to laugh at the funny parts of it. But, if a song sucks, I don't think people would, if a song sucks, people wouldn't promote it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I feel that. Right.
And if it does suck, that's not for me to put, salute Nick Shea, just did on the radar.
Oh, I did see that.
And I was able to, because I do reactions for On the Radar.
Yeah, I did see
That's
that,
what got me into reactions, was Salute On the Radar, Salute Calvin. I was
Yeah.
able to do it through that.
That's sick.
But I was able to connect those dots. He got it himself off of talent, but I was able to connect the dots. And he was asking me what songs to do. And have you seen his? I saw the Ring of Fire one.
Yeah.
Which I was the one who told him to do that. And he's getting roasted in the comments for it. But it's almost at 200,000 views. And I told him, he sent that song into my stream 2 months ago. And I like Nick Shea's music, but something about that song, I was like, this is your best song because it's something I've never heard before.
Yeah.
I don't care. People thought Danny Brown was trash because of his voice. People thought Westside Gunn. I post Westside Gunn songs and people comment trash. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's people don't like that. So it's when I heard that, I was like, this is something I've never heard before. I love it. Yeah. So I told him to do that shit, and it's doing well, even if people like it or don't. Yeah. And so some people would say, why are you posting a song that's trash? But I like the song. Right. It's music subjective, you know what I mean? I don't think any song is trash. There's something good about every song. Yeah. There's something good about every song, everything. You know what I mean?
No, that's why, because it's so much better to find the good in something than it is to find the bad in it. Because if you're just immediately going, you're like, oh, I don't like this. Just give it a fucking try. And for lack of a better term, Griselda's music is kind of, quote unquote, scaring the hoes music, right? Like, it's definitely not for everybody. It's definitely for a niche audience.
My girl was like, I like that one Benny the Butcher song. That's what she told me.
Right, yeah. It's like they probably like one song, but like the rest of it's like, but I got over that too. I'm like, I feel like this is such easy to get over,
Well, it's just people like what they like or don't like what they don't like, and people think it's fun to shit on things. And sometimes it is fun to shit on things, but that's like, art is subjective in that way, you know? That's
totally. No, absolutely. Now, how is your career as a comedian going through all these last couple of years?
Good. I put out...
you did, that's right. That's right. You put out a comedy album, yes.
It was a one-shot. I headlined in Philadelphia at a weed club, and it's the most quintessential what it is like to be a comedian at the point I'm at. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm getting some big laughs. I'm not getting some laughs, but it's one shot, no edit. You can see me do 45 minutes. And that took me 8 years to build up those jokes to get to that. So over the last 6 months, I took kind of a break because I did 8 years
on the ground, right? Yeah.
Non-stop.
Even going to high schools at 3 a.m. off shrooms, you know what I mean? Right.
Yeah. I did every show I could for 8 years. And when I started comedy, I was a rap fan, but I was a comedian. Right. And now I'm like Sam Buck, and none of my jokes felt like I was like Sam Buck. You know what I mean? They all felt like jokes I was telling before who I am now. I have an audience, so if you came to see me, you'd be like, why is he talking about... I want to hear him talk about shit that like is relevant to his life now, you know?
Totally.
So over the last 6 months, I've really just kind of like delved into what my next move is going to be in comedy. And that and the podcast are coming back soon, honestly.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited.
Okay, so this is something I did want to ask you because one of my favorite comedians is Gabriel Iglesias, and I seen him at the Garden a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And I've always wondered, like, when you go like from like town to town, are you telling the same story, or do you have to kind of switch it up?
Yeah, you're telling exactly the same jokes, but the audience interaction is different. I would say the best way to describe comedy to someone who like knows music, I would say, would be like the audience is the beat and you're the rapper on that beat. So every beat is different, every audience is different, but you're telling the same jokes, but like the way you interact with the audience and those jokes are different. One joke could hit in one city and not in the other, because a lot of comedians will have jokes about the city and then go rural and tell the jokes, and they're like, no one gives a fuck about the train. You know what I mean? That
doesn't exist
We've
out
never
here.
ridden the train. So like, why are you telling a joke about the train right now? And so you're going to do the train joke in both places, but you're going to get a very different reaction, and that could change how you do the next joke, and that could change how you do the next joke. Okay, that could make you have to pull your last... You could bomb so bad, you need to take your last joke and put it right in to get some you know what I mean? So you have like a loose structure of what you're going to tell, but it changes every night. You know?
Because it's just shit, I think about, because I've seen him multiple times, and my parents also like Sebastian Maniscalco, but I always thought like, all right, he does a show at the Garden. He does one at MSG. Like, what kind of changes in the routine?
Yeah, like every tour will probably be a different set. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, if I used to do that, I used to follow comedians, or like a lot of comedians will do 5 shows. They'll do a Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
Okay.
Thursdays to warm up, learn the room, and then 2 Friday, 2 Saturday are like your real shows.
Now, what time would those 2 Friday shows be and 2 Saturday
7, 9, 8, 10, like something like that. And I used to, when I was first starting out, I would go to both shows. I'd go Thursday, Friday. I'll go to 3 shows in a weekend and just see how different. There were some comedians who did completely different sets. There were some comedians who did word for word the exact same thing.
See, that's what I think is like, do they do the word for word shit?
But like for me, my friends who come see me, they know my jokes. They know what jokes I'm going to tell. They know my punchlines, and they'll sometimes joke and tell the punchlines to them. But I love fucking with the audience. So they like seeing how the audience interacts. I came up in a bad era of comedy that's not getting love right now. I feel like
Interesting.
Just being rude, that's not big right now.
Well, who just bombed recently?
William
bad?
Montgomery.
Yeah, from Kill Tony, right?
But he does that. That's his shtick.
Okay, because I the only guy from Kill Tony I've seen is Shane Gillis. So
that's his shtick. Yeah, I like that. I like craziness on stage. I like making the audience really uncomfortable.
Yeah, why not?
I like bombing on. I know it sounds fun. I like bombing on purpose, because it makes me laugh when people hate me, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna make you hate me more. That's where I'm a real. I don't troll online because I troll on stage, and that's that's
funny shit. No,
it's funny shit, but it's mean. So I have to not do that too much because I can really ruin someone.
So now I gotta ask, where was a one city or performance where that did happen, where it kind of just not go all downhill, but it was all right.
Oh my god! Last time I headlined in Connecticut, there was a crackhead who came in on the street.
No shit.
And I outscared him to the point where he's like, I need to get out of here.
Holy fuck.
Just screaming and looking at him. Whatever. But
that's funny.
It was funny, and people were, the thing that got me in trouble was there were I needed to get laughs after that. So there was a picture of a chick in a bikini on the wall. And I was like, I don't care if I get late. I'm just going to go suck the wall after the show. And I kept making jokes about, licking the wall. And, and it turned out that was the owner's wife.
Oh,
and the owner was there. And I was just saying really, horrendous. There's going to, you're going to have to get, I'm going to come on this wall. I was saying horrendous. And it turned out it was his wife, and that was...
but a couple things. Why do you have your wife in a bikini on the wall in a public place?
And he ended up he was like, you were very funny, but I just need you to know that is my wife. And I was like, what is your wife? And he goes... And I was like... Oh, thank you. Let me get to talk to the booker. Let me get to talk to the booker. Got my money.
Yeah, that's it. I'm out. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
But see, that's what you're talking about. That's funny though.
I was just anything for the bit.
Right.
Don't put anything for the bit.
Right. Exactly. So, so this is kind of an event that just happened recently, and you being a Griselda fan, I'm a wrestling fan, also a fan of Westside. He got kicked out of Raw. That's. To me, is wild. I do have a take on it, but I kind of want to get your side of what you think about that, because from studying the history of him, the myriad of wrestling bars, how he's incorporated all into his albums, all the songs he's named after WWE wrestlers, and then for them to treat him like that is fucking insane.
I think it's crazy. Yeah, I think it would be if they did that shit to me. It's how Westside is to WWE is how I am to Griselda. I'm a super fan. You know what I mean? And I love that, and I'm gonna support it. So it would be crazy. I just think it's crazy. I get where they can be dickheads, whatever, but why do that? Right. Why
in
alienate?
Buffalo too?
Yeah, why alienate? A subgenre of your fan base. But, that's...
Right.
It is what it is. That Westside Gunn has fourth rope. What's better than three ropes? You know what I mean? So,
I've always said this. I said this to a lot of my friends who like wrestling and, listen to his music. It's he's just doing what I would do if I had his money. I'd absolutely start a wrestling promotion. I'd absolutely make the Hardys my tag team champions. Are you kidding me? He's doing everything that I want to do. So why is it so hard for me? It's not hard for me to support him because I fucking love that. But from his lens, it's just I saw that, I got pissed because I already don't like WWE. I don't like how, Triple H took it over and it's just this whole shit show. And it's literally unwatchable TV. For any wrestling fan watching right now, other than the John Cena stuff, which is over in a month, it's not watchable. It sucks. It's not even me being nostalgic about what I grew up on. It's just the fact that, there's nothing good about this. So then you factor in the fact that, you're kicking out someone who is literally the only rapper to combine both wrestling and rap into his music and his culture and like all the art and stuff like that. That's fucking crazy. And that's already like, that's why, you know, WWE's already on like my shit list, but that just adds to it. It's so, it's like, and I got to give a shout out too to, I seen Kip the Fog. He had said, you know, he's not going to paint any more wrestling stuff. And I'm like, you know, I like that. You know, it's everybody standing with Westside and shit like that. And the other thing that kind of like, it didn't mess me up, but it's like, it made me like really like want to like start going for bat for him was like, you know, all on Facebook it's getting posted. And you see all the comments like, who? It's like, do your fucking Googles, dude. Like, look it up. It's not that fucking hard. Like, stop being so willfully ignorant. You guys are so fucking stupid.
My college roommate loved WWE, and I always used to make fun of him for it. I remember I used to love the video games, and I would watch it as a kid, and then I remember I went to SmackDown in Florida, and I saw them setting up, and I saw the, like, and it, like, ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Seeing the setting
once
up.
you get,
Seeing the setting up as a kid, like, when you it's like, it was like seeing Santa Claus put on his beard when you're at the mall, like when you believed it, you'd be like, oh shit. So I wasn't a fan. So I would see it. My college roommate would watch it. I'd make fun of him for it. I never knew anything about wrestling. I knew nothing about wrestling so much that I was a fan of Westside Gunn, and I'd buy Westside Gunn merch with wrestlers on it. I had a Chris Benoit t-shirt. I didn't know who Chris Benoit was, and I was getting chirped in public. People were
but I fucking love that.
People were screaming.
Was it the Isaac Paleo shirt?
No, it was just the one with him with the four fingers up. It says Blind Till on it.
Oh, that's so funny.
People were like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah.
"Fuck you!" And I'm like, I literally was like, I was like looking around like, damn, something come up. I'm like, you're like talking to me?
So I gotta ask, when you looked it up, what was the reaction?
I thought it was hilarious. I wore that shirt even more after that. I knew that shit's way funnier now.
Right.
But I just didn't know about wrestling.
Right.
But I started, you know, I go to a lot of the Gunn events and I do like content.
I mean, I saw you in Vegas there too, right?
So exactly. So it's like, when I saw those wrestling matches, the fourth rope wrestling matches, it made me fall in love with wrestling. Like, I literally am excited to go. Seeing the Hardys wrestle. I was in Vegas I saw Sabu's last match.
Oh, you did? You were there for
I was there. Like,
oh, wow.
I was there because fourth rope was right after. So I was there and I saw his last match. Oh, that's right. It was the
same day. That's right. Yeah,
so, like, I fell in love with wrestling again. So it sucks, but it's like, fuck WWE. I never cared about them before, and I don't care about them now. Like, I like the crazy wrestling. Like, I watch some like Matt Tremont.
Yeah,
I really like I like the real,
like Nick Gage and like all Nick that Gage, stuff.
I've hung with Nick Gage. I've smoked with Nick Gage.
Have you really? That's awesome.
Yeah. And Matt, I've hung with Matt. He was in Vegas actually at the Sabu match. Yeah,
because that was a GCW event.
I've hung with so many famous wrestlers and I didn't know who they were, and that is sad because like, I remember MVP and JBL were together, and my boy Thousand was like, "Go take a picture with them." 1,000 words was like, "Go take a picture with them. Go take a picture with them." And I was like, "Who are they?" I knew who MVP was.
Yeah.
I knew who MVP was.
Yeah.
I knew who MVP was, but I didn't know who JBL was. Like, I just didn't know. And so I have a picture with me throwing the thumbs up with JBL, and it's like so many times like that where it's like I feel like a kid finding wrestling because it's like Worcester. Have you ever gone to the Worcester wrestling?
Do you know Chairman Chow? Maybe not.
Yeah.
So me and him he's gone a bunch of times to Beyond, right? I want to go. I just haven't yet. I do know what it is.
Kip and I have gone on Thanksgiving Day. We've gone on Christmas Day.
They have matches like that.
If it's on I think they're Thursday nights.
Yeah.
If it's the Thursday on Thanksgiving.
So it's every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Okay.
So like, I've gone on the holidays afterwards to see wrestling with them. So like,
that's awesome. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I've interviewed the guy who created Beyond on the podcast.
I mean, because independent wrestling is like, if you want to dive deeper from like surface level shit, that's where you get into. So you get into the GCWs, you get into the fourth ropes, because obviously that's independent. I
jump that shit. I like the most intense shit, no matter what it is.
That's what it is.
I like the most violent rap music. I like the most violent horror movies. I like the craziest comedy that's like, what the fuck? Like, I like the wrestling that's like, you're like, what the fuck? And I didn't know that I would have liked that, you know?
Oh, what's the fucking one with the rope chains? They do shows at Sunil a lot. Yeah. It's ICB or something like that, and they do a lot of shows around here, but I think you'd like that because that's kind of like, it's deathmatch wrestling pretty much, and that's like the next step below like the intense shit like that. But that's good. No, it's good because like you're not afraid to expand your palate, and like I feel like a lot of people are, but it's good because you're like the king of the open mind. You know what I mean?
Did. Yeah, I was like, I literally just went to the fourth rope because I was like, I want to see the rappers, right. And then I think I took mushrooms. And I saw the wrestling. Yeah. And I'm tripping watching them. And I think I was with Kip and Lord Sko. I don't know if you know Lord Sko.
Yeah, I met him once. Yeah.
And we're hanging out, and I'm tripping, and I'm watching them fight, and we're like, it's very primal, you know what I mean? We're like, yeah, like,
kill each other, you fools.
I know. You start screaming. Yo, I've seen people scream crazy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I saw a dude with his girlfriend, and there's two women fighting, and he's like, beat that stupid bitch up. That stupid bitch deserves to be. And the girlfriend's like one of the nicest looking girlfriends ever, and she just looks horrified. I'm like, what? This is so primal that this guy left his nice girlfriend to be screaming, beat this stupid bitch up.
Yeah.
Like,
not because that's the shit that like you say at these events. Like, I mean, when to go back to W, like, it's PG, right? So you're not gonna really get that. Yeah. But if you're at like these independent events, the wrestlers want you to yell that.
It's the same.
You know what I mean? It's not like they hate it. It's like that's what they're going for, the reaction of the crowd.
When I went to Monster Trucks as a kid, it was a very similar feeling. It's like a primal feeling. Like, I like that.
It's that fuck yeah feeling.
I like that feeling. Like, I was talking about that. I forget what friend I was. It might have been Thatcher. My friend Thatcher, who has the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know what camera.
That one. Yeah.
TNT dropping on my YouTube channel, first episode tonight. But I was talking to him where it's like, I don't judge a movie or a song or anything on how good it is.
Yeah.
I judge it on the primal feeling it gives me. And that's why you're asking, like, what do I say when I don't like a song? Where it's like, well, does it make me actually physically ill? Like, or can I nod my head to it? Because it's like, if I like a movie, or it's the most dog shit movie, but like it made me scared, a horror movie, it made me scared. Right. Love it. Strangers Chapter 2. I don't know. Are you a horror guy at all?
Kind of.
So Strangers Chapter 2. Strangers Chapter 1, horribly rated movie. Yeah. But they shot it as a trilogy, so they had to put it out as a trilogy.
Right.
Second one, even worse. But it's so bad that it makes me want to watch it.
Interesting.
Like, literally, they cut out full scenes of the movie, so people will be alive, and then they go into another room and they're dead. Like, and tied up. Like, they cut out the whole scene. Like, that's the type of craziness that happens in it.
So have you seen the Terrifier movies?
Oh, I love it. I just went to see the trilogy at the drive-in.
Oh, no shit.
With my boy Frankie. Took shrooms and saw the Terrifier trilogy at the drive-in.
So now I gotta ask, because you're on Letterboxd, I am too. What's the best movie you've seen while you were on shrooms?
Eddington, maybe.
Okay, I want to see that movie.
Yeah, Eddington.
With
I liked One Battle After, or is it?
I gotta see. Yeah, One Battle After.
One Battle After.
With Leo, right?
Yeah, and I just saw Begonia. I like seeing those types of movies.
Yeah.
Tripping, because it's like, it makes me feel smart.
See, me too.
I'm tripping and I'm watching those movies, I'm like, I understand cinema. But when I don't, it's just like...
But see, what I do is, I'll be in the theater like this, like getting into it, like, what do you have for me? Like, impress me. You know what I mean? Fuck everybody else.
The only problem with tripping in the movie theater, though, is when there's other people in the movie theater and they're loud or they're... Because it'll like...
Worst. Yeah, fuck that.
You'll be like, do I say something? Do I don't? I'm tripping. Is it going to make me ruin the movie? Is it going to... Like, you know how you... On your own mushrooms, you get in your head sometimes. And when you're tripping in this is so dumb. I go to the movies so much that it's like, I don't even want. My boy was like, bro, we need to go to LA so we can go to movie premieres. He's like, I can bring you to movie premieres. We get free tickets, free popcorn. And I'm like, I don't want to go. I want to sit in a movie theater with one other person way over there.
Yeah, fuck that. On like a Tuesday at 2 p.m. or something like that.
Bro, I went
right?
to a 9 a.m. screening of One Battle After Another.
Good.
I saw that movie at 9 a.m. I bring my Puffco into a movie theater, and if no one's in the movie theater, I'm dabbing.
Yeah,
I'm ripping my full Puffco. I've told this story before, and people have actually been like, "You're a piece of shit for this story." So I thought it was a funny story, but I want to say, like, I understand I'm a piece of shit for this. Me and Token went to see Garfield.
That's already funny.
At like 8 p.m. And there were people there. There was probably like 10 other people in the theater. And I was tripping, full on dabbing in the Garfield movie. And they were definitely, I don't know if they're I just know there were people there. I don't know if there were kids there, but it was like the Garfield movie. Right. I shouldn't have been dabbing in that. But I dabbed probably a gram during the Garfield movie.
You ever dab a gram during the Garfield movie?
That's some Action Bronson.
That's what I mean. Like, you're basically like mini Action Bronson like that.
Gram watching Garfield is literally...
Oh, that's dead funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really see a problem with that. Like, I mean, I'm kind of like that too. So I'll give you this, right? So I went to the opening night of Deadpool and Wolverine, and I brought 2 tall boys, and I brought a plate of pasta. Like, freshly cooked. I had it sealed and stuff like that. What I did was, you know how in some AMCs they have, like, 2, like, right next to the projector, there's, like, just 2 seats?
Yeah.
Or, like, 3 or something. I just bought one of those.
Yeah.
I'm like, no one's gonna fucking sit next to me. So, no one did. I freaking, like that. I'm in the back. I'm laughing my ass off and judged it. And I'm like, am I being kind of loud because I'm a little tipsy? Yeah, maybe not. But it's like... I act like there's no one else in the theater.
If there's a Chipotle next to the movie theater, I'm bringing a burrito into the movie theater. I brought everything.
Boston Common, El Jefe's. That's what I do. I just go
pizza,
get a burrito.
Me and Frank brought a full pizza into it. They're just happy you're spending money.
Right?
At the
No,
movie
they don't
theater.
give a shit.
They're
right?
Not gonna say
they don't give a shit. And at worst comes to worst, all you do is just put it in a string bag, and that's fucking.
I only got one complaint ever about dabbing in the movie theater, and that was during the Borderlands movie. And there were these 2 teenage girls in the back of the theater, and I'm dabbing in the front of the theater. And they went and got somebody, and they came in. No one even said shit to me, but they got up, and no one said shit. But I was like, yo, you Karens are complaining during the Borderlands movie.
Seriously, this movie already sucks.
This movie already sucks.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it a little bit more enjoyable, right?
Damn.
That's fucking hysterical. All right, but I want to do something kind of new. Well, it's a little all right. Me and Mike Sanchez used to do this on the first kind of episodes of the podcast. So it was called Top 5, right? Where I just give you top 5 in different topics. So the first one I'm going to ask you is I want to know your top 5 favorite Griselda albums of all time. So whether they're from Westside, Conway, whoever in that camp.
Top 5 favorite Griselda albums. I'll say Supreme Blientel by Westside, number 1. That album is the one I probably listen to the most out of anything. I say number 2 would be Reject 2 by Conway the Machine. That was the first Griselda album I ever listened to. So I have to put that there. Tana Talk 3 would be number 3 because that's one of the greatest rap albums ever. I would say What Would She'd Gun Do would be number 4. That's their full project together. And that's an absolutely, I don't know. It's all 3 of them on a project together.
Exactly.
Like you can't.
That's
you
their
can't
only
top
project
that.
together.
Only project together. And then number 5. I know this is a crazy pick, but I would say Awesome God is a Fly God 2. It was when Gunn really started putting a lot of features on projects, started really showcasing Stove God Rome, stuff like that. So I think that kind of that project is almost perfect.
That made me think. I can't believe how good he is at just finding talent like that. Whether it's like Stove, Rome, SD, Brother Tom, like it's just like every like. That's why I feel like Stove should drop an album. But whenever he's on a Westside album, I feel like it becomes his.
Yeah, Wes is smart. Wes is really smart. You want to help out a lot of your homies.
Right.
I don't even want to say that. I don't know how to say this. Well, it's like he picks talent and he'll give people opportunities, but he only co-signs a certain amount of people.
Yeah.
He's not. Oh, there's a lot of rappers who sign a lot of rappers, and those rappers never get on because they don't have the drive.
Right.
But Gunn sees talent and he sees drive.
Yeah.
Talent only gets you so far. Gunn sees that, and he can see a rapper with drive too. Yeah. That's how I see it too. That's how I see artists. It doesn't make me, as we said before, like a primal feeling. And do I see them have drive?
Right.
A lot of rappers will reach out to me wanting to work or wanting me to help them out, and I can love their music, but if they're in the same place as they were 2 years ago, right. You can see how much work someone's putting in. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Like, everyone can see how much work someone's putting in. And I think that is the only way you can make it is, like, there's a lot of talented people, but
right.
Can you outwork someone? Can you wake up on the day that you're hella depressed and cut that clip or film that video or write that song, or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. I hear you loud and clear.
That's number one.
And I think that's just the golden rule to live by with it, because you could have a guy with like 10,000 followers could have less drive as a guy with 100. That's just how it is. And I feel like you are absolutely correct. Is that the drive is going to take you everywhere. Do you want this bad enough? Or do you just want it kind of enough?
I think I'm a lazy piece of shit, and I am a lazy piece of shit in a lot of ways, but I do work hard. And
no, you show the fuck up.
But I think if someone thinks that they're like, I'm good, then you're like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
No, right. There's always more. Absolutely.
There's always some more you can do.
All right, for my next top 5, because I know you mentioned it earlier, I want to know your top 5 favorite Stephen King books.
Top 5 Stephen King books. Oh, bro, that's a great question. Thank you. I'm happy you said that. Because I never get to talk about Stephen King.
No, because the thing is with me is I'm starting to get back into books. So that's why I'm like, whatever.
Audiobooks are the way to get back into books.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. I went into audiobooks, and I'm like, you know what? I want to read the books now.
Yeah. I love my Audible. I love my Audible subscription. I listen to audiobooks. I read, but I listen to audiobooks all the time.
Yeah.
Driving.
Of course.
I like what I do. I listen to it. So let's say number 1, The Stand. The Stand is number 1. I would say number 2, Dark Tower series. It's the Gunslinger. Yeah. It's 8 books, and it's like fucking like 8,500 pages, I think, in total. But that series I'm gonna put as number 2.
Okay.
The Stand is I'll talk about it. But like The Stand number 1, Dark Tower series number 2, number 3 I'll put Under the Dome. Which is absolutely a fire book. Number 4, let me put Talisman with Peter Straub. That's a really amazing coming-of-age story about a boy traveling across the country in magical lands. Traveling. That one's amazing. And number 5, I'm gonna say Tommyknockers, which is Stephen King's most hated. He hates it himself. Yeah. That's his least favorite book that he ever wrote. And people freak out because people think 11/22/63 is his best book, and it is a really good book. But I read those back to back, and I enjoyed Tommyknockers more. So I'm going to put Tommyknockers as number 5. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. So have you like seen all of the movies too that have been off the books?
No, I'm weird. Like, I really love collecting shit, but I'm not a completionist.
Right.
If I'm not interested, like, I haven't read a lot of his most famous books. Yeah. Because I'm not, like, if something doesn't interest me, there's too much shit out there to like watch it all or see it all. So I love seeing like this. He's had some great movies this year.
I mean, I gotta watch The Long Walk, but I've heard nothing but great things.
Amazing. Life of Chuck, one of the best movies of the year. But like,
see, this is the thing. Some of these I didn't even know were Stephen King books. Like he legit has the Infinite Money Hack.
I googled who's the most who has the most adaptations of their work, and I was like, Stephen King has to be number one.
Right.
It's like Charles Dickens, Shakespeare, and then Stephen King.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That shit's crazy to me. And you want to know what's crazy? His son is an author.
Is he really?
His son is Joe. His name's Joe Hill. I actually just went and met him the other day at a book signing. And his newest book, King Sorrow, might rival The Stand.
Oh, shit, really?
It's so good. It took him 10 years to write. And I'm reading all his other books, and I'm like, they're good. But this one, King Sorrow, it's about dragons, and I hate dragons.
Yeah.
I think that I just don't like, but that shit is so good. King Sorrow was amazing.
Now, to go back to the top 5, is the Dark Tower from like, you know, because I'm curious of how like he comes up with all like Pennywise and all this shit. Isn't that the origin of Pennywise? Is like wasn't like his creator in the Dark Tower?
Kinda. All of his books are kind of intertwined. There's
a
really cool YouTube video on it. It's like 15 minutes where it shows. The Dark Tower is basically like Stephen King's brain. And all the books come out of it, and some books connect. Like in 11/22/63, he goes back in time and meets some of the characters from It. Or like in It, they mention it. The caretaker in The Shining is mentioned in.
Oh no shit!
It is a character in It. So different things like that are really connected. The Talisman is connected to the Dark Tower series. In the Dark Tower series, in like book 3, they go back to the Stand, the world that the Stand takes place in. So it's like the Dark Tower is really just like, it took him like 40 years to write the whole series. Wow. And it's basically just like the overview of his entire book, you know, all the books he wrote. And just kind of, and it's him as like a man struggling through being an artist and creating and not knowing what life is about. It's just like a weird, and I don't even like a lot of like, I think the first book is amazing, and I don't even really love books 2, 3, and 4. So I had to like struggle to get through them, but it's kind of like life in that way, where like 5, 6, 7, and then 8, which is like a half book, are incredible, and it's really worth the journey. But it's
absolutely
like,
no, I mean, because like I said, I'm getting into books again, so I'm like, any recommendations I would say
read The Stand first.
Okay, absolutely.
I just bought my first print of The Stand, which is like my favorite book. It's from 1978. It's the original. Like it has all the mistakes on it from when they printed it. It's like that shit's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
because like I'm a big movie guy, like I said, but like I've learned that like, watching these movies, it's like I want to read the books. Like it's like I think I read like the first couple of chapters of Jurassic Park when I was in middle school, maybe, and it was for like a science project. But I never like appreciated it. But I mean, you know, I watch these movies and I'm like, oh shit, this is a book.
I feel like you got to watch the movie first, because as soon as you
that's what I did. I was like,
as soon as you read the book, the movie or TV show's ruined. Like I read 11/22/63. I went to go watch the Hulu TV show with James Franco, and I was like, they skipped out so much fucking shit.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Like, it really pissed me off in a way where I was like, it's like if you watch the Dark Tower movie has nothing to do with the book. It's like kind of crazy that it's named after the book, because it truly has nothing to do with it. Like,
wow.
Other than the name of the main characters, it's like a whole different story. It's like, it's kind of strange. It's kind of strange. The dude who made Twilight bought the rights, and he wanted to make it into a Twilight style action with.
Fuck that, right? Yeah. All right. So my last top 5 that I want to ask you. You know a lot of rappers, right? You've discovered a lot. So I want to know the top 5 underground rappers that people should know more about, in your humble opinion.
Can I pull out my phone?
Absolutely.
Whenever I get these questions, I always feel like I need to look at my phone, because I feel like I'm always going to forget. So we're talking about real underground, like people who are gonna blow up.
It doesn't matter if they're from Massachusetts, wherever the fuck they're from.
DJ Lucas, number one.
Cool.
Bruiser Wolf, number 2. Jaya Had a Dream from the UK, number 3.
Across the pond, wow.
Yo, she's incredible. She's so good that it's like, yo.
Yeah.
It's so good. Damn, I kind of want to give mass people, but I like Duckman. Duckman's from Alaska, and he's signed to Benny the Butcher.
Wow.
He's amazing. Papo 2004 from Jersey, works heavily with DJ Lucas, but is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
One of the best performers I've ever seen live. And then for number 5, what do I want to give for number 5 for up and coming rappers right now? You know what? For number 5, I'm gonna give it to Tetsuo. Tetsuo's this kid I met through the stream. He was watching the stream, and he lives in Nigeria.
No shit.
And he was sending in music. He'll release an album a week. Like, he releases so much music. And 1,000 Words and I kind of took him under our belt. We took 2 artists under our belt, him and 067 Red.
I seen that,
from LA. And we got him an album with a bunch of features from Hidden Character, who's part of SD Nack's crew, one of the best rappers.
Absolutely.
And so Tetsuo truly is he's one of the most unique rappers. So I'll put him at number 5. He's from Nigeria, and there's no one who raps like him. Yeah.
I'm with that. No, I'm with that. No, because like I said, I've discovered a lot of rappers from just, watching your reactions, videos, and all that stuff. So it's definitely, your word is very appreciated. You know what I mean? If you have a good cosign to somebody, I'm like, yeah, he's
100. I love, that's my favorite thing.
I mean, you went Bow Wow too. Like, you just know, like
067 Red. He was a kid from LA. I think he had like 200 followers. He probably only has 900 followers now. But when he started sending music into the stream, 1,000 and I were like, this kid's fire. I think he's like my age from LA. And now he just dropped his album that has SD Nack and Body Rock on it. Like,
look at that, dog.
That shit's great, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's what some of my favorite shit is.
Well, and I think it also speaks to how, like, people should send music to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's whatever, how much you charge, make the investment,
I'll talk about this in the way that, like, the rapper that kind of hurt my feelings recently, like the one I looked up to, he was very nice to me in person, but he never did any opportunities that was promised. He had promised me opportunities that had never went through, which is totally fine. That's 100% fine. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not... But on the other hand, it made me realize, like, Nick Shea. If you watch my stream, I be shitting on Nick Shea. Yeah. I love Nick Shea, but I be shitting on him. I tell him his girlfriend's whatever stray cat he finds that week and puts a wig on it. Like, I be roasting him.
That's a real friend right there, I know.
But it's like, I was able to connect him with On the Radar. Like,
right.
I think opportunities are what's important. And giving certain opportunities to people who you believe deserve it are very important. And I think that's a lot better than someone just being like, yo, cool shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is amazing. But, like, who was the famous person? James Gunn, who did Superman.
Yeah.
He was saying what rappers he liked. And he posted a rapper who had like 6,000 followers. And that rapper was like, bro, like, thank you so much, James Gunn, but I got $4 in my bank account right now. Yeah. And it's like, that's some real shit.
No,
like, bro, James Gunn is listening to this dude, and he has $4. And bro, put him on the Superman soundtrack. Yeah. You know what I mean? Get him an opportunity. Get him on the Peacemaker TV show. You know what I mean? Like, give people opportunities and that you can. And I know maybe people will come back and throw that in my face and be like, you didn't give me this opportunity. But it's like, I really do. I try to see as much hard work as I can and give opportunities. And I think that's what everybody should do with that can. You know what I mean? Brian Glowacki, a comedian from Boston, once said, he's like, you can't pull everyone up with you. You know what I mean? But, like, you can send the elevator back down. he said that shit, and I was like, I like that shit.
That.
I like that
too.
shit. He's like, hey, you can't load everyone in, but you can be like, here's your chance. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do with it? You know what I mean? So that's what Gunn did to me. That's what Danny did to me. All these rappers, they were like, we're gonna give you a little opportunity. Let's see what you do with it.
Right. And you have taken it very far. But because like I said, this is why I'm glad you're on again, because just over the last 4 years, the growth has just completely skyrocketed, and it's cool to see. It's fun to see because like I said, you're a good dude. You're easy to root for. It's just you're a funny guy also as well. So it's like like I'm glad we had this sit down chat.
I appreciate
this stuff too. Yeah, no, I appreciate.
I haven't done an interview I think in over a year. Haven't had anybody interview me. Maybe 2 years. So when you reached out, I was like kind of nervous because I've been streaming, which is a very different thing. So I thank you because I see you putting in the work, and I see you. There's a couple platforms in Massachusetts that really put in the work. So I think you deserve it. And I lied. I did do Boston Big Four.
That's right. Yeah.
I did do that. So like probably 8 months ago. So you two are the two that I see putting in the most work. So, salute to you because, bro, we did one 4 years ago.
Right.
Like
I wasn't even on the show. Like, you know what I mean? Right.
On the show.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't even have those two other co-hosts anymore. So it's just, we're in a different location. We're freaking Beverly.
Yeah. Life changes. But it's cool that you're still doing it.
Of course, yeah. And I appreciate you, Sam. But before we get out of here, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to right now? And also where the good people listen to Say That can follow you on all platforms.
Follow me at Sam Bucked Up, Bucked Up Podcast on YouTube if you want to see me stream. Salute Thatcher Wood's new podcast, and salute Shamil's podcast, The Peel. So every Monday you can find The Peel on my page, and every Friday you can find Thatcher Needs Therapy on my page. Those are two podcasts that are on my network. Those are two of my first friends in comedy. So go check those out and watch me stream fucking 15 hours a week, 20 hours a week.
Send your music in. Send your music in. Send him his music. Get a reaction from him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
We listen to music. I would say we listen to music a third of the time on the live stream. A third of the time is us listening to music. A third of the time is us getting way too high and not knowing what to talk about, and a third of the time is a lot of laughs and storytelling. So that's
now. You don't stream at your house, or you have another.
I stream at my apartment. I have a studio. I have a studio I built in my apartment. I just set up a new setup for it, but
nice.
I'd be streaming at a bunch of different locations. Thousand Words and I are trying to get a studio in New York set up. Ooh, so we're going to be streaming in New York, which will be crazy. The guests that we can get on when we're in New York will be dope as hell.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Because I'm going in a couple of weeks anyways. I go for Christmas every year, so yeah, definitely. But ladies and gentlemen, that was Sam Buck, his first time on Say That Podcast in 4 years. I'm sure you liked it. I'm sure you laughed at it like I did. So that was a funny fucking episode. One of the funniest ones I've had in a long time. So I don't know if you didn't laugh at it. I don't know what the fuck you were doing. But anyways, like I said at the start of the episode, thank you for tuning into this one. If you are watching on YouTube, please leave a like and comment on this video and make sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, please hit that follow button. And as always, as a reminder, you can follow me on Instagram, REPETE617 is the personal, and say_that_pod is the pod page. And I will leave you with this until the next episode, of course. Don't say this, say that. And we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.